Citizen Sleeve! Hello, I am Citizen Sleeve, and welcome to a brand new mini-series called Talking About Title Screens. I know, might seem a bit odd, but I've got so many damn games, I thought, hey, why don't I take the title screens of these really interesting different genres games and deconstruct them a bit, have a chat about them. So the first one I've decided to do is State of Decay 2. Now, every game has a title screen that is supposed to kind of entice you into playing the game, reflect what the game's about, and of course set up the atmosphere for playing. So let's deconstruct State of Decay 2's title screen, shall we? Okay, so we'll start with the obvious stuff. The orange logo eagle on the top left with the axe and the shotgun. Very patriotic, weapons to defend yourself. The text below it, the font, is quite stamp-like, quite patriotic. Slightly decayed with the little missing bits in it to reflect decay, which, you know, kind of pulls the whole notion of the game together in a nice way in like symbol terms. Okay, so let's actually deconstruct the title screen itself then. Now, these won't be technical deconstructions in terms of options and things like that. This is more the aesthetic and the feel. So, on the right-hand side there, we've got the bridge, and we've got 3 dead zombies scattered into the distance, and then obviously a truck that's veered off and crashed on the right-hand side. And then we've got the broken kind of power lines to suggest that society has broken down, you know, the systems of society. Up front here, we've got some grass and different foliage that's very, very gently moving. You can barely notice it. And then next to that, we've got the carcass of what looks like a wildebeest. Again, to show the passing of time, to show decay, and to show perhaps the lack of wildlife. On the left-hand side, we've got the tree framing that side of the screen, with the leaves moving in the wind and the breeze. And then, if we just follow that round, you've obviously got the sun. Just looks like mid-afternoon, lunchtime, just slightly coming through that top middle branch. And then if we look over the river, you've got the riverbed there, and we've got the other foliage. We've got a few kind of butterflies and birds in the background to suggest like it's a summer day, it's a hot, you know, hazy summer day. And then behind that, right in the background, we've got the mountains to suggest this big open land. Another thing to notice is the golden lighting to the left, how it not only pulls through the tree, but directs your eye to the left, towards those mountains on the horizon. Almost as if to suggest, visually, hope. That although we are in this as a player, terrible, apocalyptic, zombie-type survival situation, there is hope for us. Now, something quite interesting, I think, is the river. This game is all about moving forward. Moving to the next set of resources. Moving to the next area. Moving to the next camp. The next place that you can survive. And losing people along the way, so changing to new people within your group. And the river, as a visual metaphor, suggests that. Because a river constantly moves forward. So it relates to what the gameplay actually is, which I think is really interesting. Before we stop, let's just have a listen to the music. It's quite melancholy, a touch macabre, foreboding, ominous, as if the zombies will never stop. It's got that feel about it. It feels very much like a goblin song from Romero's Dawn of the Dead. And it starts slowly and then rises to a nice crescendo and really sets the atmosphere along with the aesthetics from the title screen really well in combination, I think. And to some extent, it's juxtaposition. You know, taking one particular type of sound or media and combining it with another type of media to create or alter the meaning. And in this case, it supports some of the visual elements, but is also in juxtaposition against, say, the sun. So I just think it works really, really well. Okay, well, I hope you liked that. It's something new, a little mini-series. If there's any title screens you'd like me to chat about, deconstruct, chuck them in the comments. Something new and cool that I can do quite quickly, but I just think it's a really nice, interesting addition to the channel. Yeah. Well, if you liked the video, hit that like button, maybe consider subscribing. If you didn't like the video, hit that dislike button. Not everybody likes everything. Take it easy, I shall see you very soon. Citizen Slave!